The disappointment that started in 2019 with Kingdom Hearts 3 continues in 2020 with the first ever DLC release for a Kingdom Hearts game called Remind, and holy shit, is it bad. Nomura has successfully sold us the same game again. Well, not even the same game, just a final third of the game. And he's made a lot of money, and I'm pretty sure Square Enix is really happy for suckering us. Because I don't think you can even call this shit that just came out yesterday a DLC. Because all you get in this DLC are some new scenes and some answers to the plot holes that have been like festering for the past year in our minds, that how this happened, how that happened. It just manages to answer some of those things. I don't think those things were really that important to have an entire DLC answering them. We really wanted to see how they're gonna find Sora after he disappears at the ending of Kingdom Hearts 3. And by the trailer, I was under the impression that, yeah, we were gonna see a lot of Final Fantasy characters, and we're gonna go on a story where we actually go to save Sora, and like, you know, it would move the story forward. But instead, the entirety of the DLC takes place during the end boss fights of the Kingdom Hearts 3 base game, in which there are a couple of more added scenes that address the plot holes that we all knew from the base game, that how did Xion come back, how did Roxas come back, how did Terra come back, all of that stuff. And I don't think that really warrants an entire DLC. They could have just released those extra scenes in a patch or something. It didn't like require an entire DLC. I think the whole point of this DLC was just for them to introduce this Yuzora character and all of the new world. And I'm pretty sure they're taking Kingdom Hearts in a different direction, away from Disney at this point, because there was almost nothing to do with Disney in this DLC. And in fact, it had nothing to do with the Final Fantasy characters either. We only got one scene that we saw in the trailer where Riku is talking with the Hollow Bastion crowd about where to find Sora. And that's pretty much it. Really bad DLC. It's a really bad thing on Square Enix part that they are charging actual money for this bullshit. Especially considering, everything considered, all of this stuff should have been in the base game, period. Like, if they wanted to come out with a DLC, they could have at least given us a continuation of the story where we play as Riku and we go on on the initial quest to find Sora. That would have been a DLC, and that would have been a really good thing on Square Enix part. But yesterday some news came out that Square Enix is actively working on a lot of new Kingdom Hearts games, and one of them is pretty soon coming to Android, iPhone, on the mobile, and it is plagued with in-app purchases. Go check that out over on the news. And yeah, it's pretty obvious where Square Enix is taking this series, and I thought Kingdom Hearts 3 might give us a coherent end to the whole Xehanort saga, but it's pretty obvious Nomura has no plans of stopping milking this franchise. And yeah, man, Kingdom Hearts 2, it's still the king. It is the best game in the entire series, because as fucked up as it sounds what I'm about to say, Kingdom Hearts 2 actually feels like an almost borderline self-contained story. Like, when you play Kingdom Hearts 2, you get enough information to almost piece together what happened in the previous game, and you can play Kingdom Hearts 2 as its own game and, enjoy it. But this DLC was a bomb in a very bad way, and I really hope, well, I guess there's no point in hoping at this point, because it's just fucked up, man.